A topic that's been requested by one of my friends was why people willingly turn a blind eye to the harm they may create or see around them. And Dylan, I appreciate you so much for setting this topic in. This is a really, really difficult video, but I think this is a very important topic, and a lot of people in my life actually still do this to me to this day, and it really hurts me because I really care about these people. And this video may have a lot of pauses. This is a very, very difficult topic for me, but I really appreciate that you come to me and ask me for this topic so that I can try to help you. So first, I'm going to talk about why they may turn a blind eye to harm they may create. Um, just by human nature, everyone wants to have the image of being a good person, right? And so a lot of these people, oftentimes, they may believe that they're perfect, right? And so when they slip or make a mistake, to keep that image of being a good, perfect person, they give an irrational reason to justify it in their minds, and they keep these narcissistic behaviors going. Um, and it's very heartbreaking for the person experiencing that because it's like it doesn't matter how much harder you try to show them the harm that they're creating in their minds, they've already thought that through, and in their minds, they've already created an excuse for it. And so, in that, it's very easy for them to never grow as a person. And so, to shake that, I think you need to accept that you're not perfect and accept that you're going to make mistakes. And when those mistakes come up, it's important to hold yourself accountable for those mistakes. And a lot of people, they're scared of that accountability, they're scared of the guilt. And so what they'll do is they will dismiss it as long as they can. And when tensions start to rise, they'll have already thought of a justification for their actions, right? And so in doing that, in believing that they're perfect, they're going to, by default, continue to try to hold that standard of themselves. And that's a very hard thing to deal with. And oftentimes, if you see that in a friend or partner, oftentimes it's the best idea to either seek professional help, maybe if you have kids, or if you've been committed for a long time, maybe you have housing agreements, lease agreements, or oftentimes it may be better just to say goodbye and wish them the best and hope that one day they can see how valuable a person they lost. And then I want to talk about why people may turn a blind eye to the pain they see around them. This is a really hard topic for me. I'm going to try my best not to go into detail, as this may actually affect people very close to me. But something that I've seen is a lot of people will stay in abusive relationships, and those abusive relationships affect other people very severely, and they turn a blind eye to it because it's a place of familiarity to them, right? Let's say you've been married to someone for since maybe, I don't know, but let's say you've been married to someone for so long, it's more familiar for you to stay in that cycle of abuse and to just tolerate that pain than to start a new chapter uncertain. And so they will turn a blind eye to that abuse and they will justify it by oftentimes telling themselves that it's their fault and they deserve that abuse. Sorry, this topic really hits close to home. Uh, this, I thank you a lot for bringing up this topic. This video is probably gonna help me just as much as it helps you. Um, so when you do that, you try to tell yourself that you're the strong person for enduring said abuse. And in doing that, all you're really doing is deluding yourself. Because if you were truly strong enough, you would have the security in yourself to say, this energy is not good for me. I am confident in my ability to find better, right? And so if you find yourself in a situation where you turn a blind eye to the harm that you see people close to you doing, I think a first step would be to confront them about this. And I think based on their reaction, you can kind of gauge whether you want to keep going and help them get to a better point, or whether it's better to just set boundaries with this person or cut them out entirely. And that takes infinitely more strength than to stay in that circle and endure that, right? I think this video was really difficult, but I'm really glad I could touch on this topic. And I want to end this video on a more positive note. Um, Over the past couple of videos, I've explained mistakes I've made that made me lose people that were probably great friends for me. And recently, I've been promoting my videos on my Instagram story, and a lot of said friends that I claimed I lost have actually reached back out, and they've told me that they really love the work that I'm putting into these videos, and they think this is a very great thing. And I've actually caught up with a lot of them. For example, I called one of my friends that I haven't talked to since maybe 2021, 2022. We talked about our walks with Christ recently. And I think it's truly amazing that these videos have brought me closer to great people that I may have lost. And at the same time, it's bringing more awareness to men's mental health and being vulnerable with your friends. I think a lot more males than you would expect are very open to these conversations. And I think it's very easy to, like I said in this video, it's very easy to turn a blind eye to mental health and just talk about maybe the NBA playoffs, or maybe talk about just like finals, or maybe just whatever you're passionate about. But I think it's very it's very unexpected to find out that other people want to talk about mental health as much as you may. And I think being in that vulnerable spot, it shows more strength than all the mysterious, nonchalant bullshit that some of you guys do. And I think it's a very beautiful thing that some of these friends that I haven't been close with for several years, I've actually been able to get back to that right away and have a conversation about mental health. And if you're watching this right now and you may have people you've ended with bad terms, uh, people that you kind of just grew apart from, maybe worth it just to say, hey, like, just try to catch up. You never know what they're going through. They don't know what you're going through. And I think men's mental health is something that should be talked about a lot more. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Uh, Again, very tough topic, So I hope to get better at speaking on these things in the future, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one.